we'd like to welcome you to our new podcast. This is going to be episode number 1, and we're super excited for you to be a part of our adventure.
Unfortunately, guys, our first podcast didn't go as well as we thought it was. JP messed up in the audio.
Whoa. No.
Aaron.
The podcast went great, but unfortunately, the audio doesn't sound as good as it's going to in future episodes.
Yeah, we're still learning.
No, it's JP. JP had the headphones on.
It sounded
he was
great
in
in the
charge
headphones.
of the audio.
You did have the
You
headphones
did mess up.
on.
He bought the Zoom, so it's messed up.
I not what, bro? That was like a no. You had the headphones on. You were in charge.
It sounded great in here.
Anyways, we're still choosing to release the first episode instead of refilming it and making it perfect because since we're starting brand new and this is going to be a learning and growing experience, we want the people who are going to join us on this podcast journey to grow with us. So you see where we start and then you see where we're going to go as things get better as they progress.
The noise isn't going to sound the best, but listen to the content. If you listen to the content, it's great, and that's the only reason why we're releasing it.
I don't want to say anything because I've already talked. I watched this episode. I've talked way too much in the first episode.
I mean, but we knew that's why we brought you on, because you talk a lot.
Anyways, if you guys are going to be a part of this Gotta Get It podcast journey, please go ahead and subscribe right now. Give it a big thumbs up. Listen to the episode. Follow us on iTunes and Spotify, whatever you choose to do. And let us know in the comment section below what you think about Thinked.
Your grammatic.
I think it's thunk.
What you thought about the first episode.
Well, they haven't seen it though, so
But it's about to start.
But it's what they think now, but afterwards it's what you thought. So let us know what you think of the episode you're about to watch.
No, because they haven't watched it yet. So it's what they thought.
But the thought is an
Alright,
afterthought.
let's just roll episode 1.
But how do we know this camera's not gonna die?
Because it can last for 4 hours.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're recording right now.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah!
Hey!
I didn't
Gotta
tell
get it,
you
gotta get it,
guys.
gotta get it!
Before we start, does JP know why we're calling it Gotta Get It? Do you know why we're calling
He
it?
doesn't because JP
wasn't
during
around.
the inception of Gotta Get It. So you need a little enlightening.
You need a
as to-
history story.
This was skinny Aaron? Like ripped Aaron?
This was.
I'm
He looks so good right now. You cannot say, was this skinny Aaron?
No. Like he showed me ripped Aaron.
Yeah, I was ripped.
Oh.
I was so ripped that Yusuf was like, bro, you can eat pizza every night if you want to, and you'll be fine.
Well, let me tell you this. So we were staying in 1600. Was it 1600 Vine? It's called 1600 Vine, and we were roommates. Not roommates in the same apartment, but my door was right next to his door. So every morning, the way he tells the story to everybody is that he would wake me up, but I have video proof footage of me waking him up a lot of times and them being asleep. And whenever we would start our day or go to the gym, no matter what mood we were in, let's say we weren't feeling it, we would just look at each other and at the same time go, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, which meant it was time to grind. So Aaron at the time was running like 5 miles a day at night because he was so like obsessed with that mantra of gotta get it, like whatever it takes.
It was every night in the middle of Hollywood at like 1 o'clock in the morning after my acting class. I would just go for it, and people were like, how'd you not get mugged? And I was like, I just had a hoodie on, and I'm just like a big dude, so it didn't matter. You actually met me right after in downtown, and you asked me, you were like, so how far did you run? How'd you lose the weight? I remember you asking me that during basketball one time because you were trying. I mean, he's lost a lot of weight too.
I don't think the reason that you weren't mugged was because you weren't.
I think it's because I was a big dude. Like, who's gonna walk up to a guy who's 6'4" with a hood on?
Well, you were running. You're just
a
running.
regular guy running. They were letting you mind your business.
In Hollywood?
No one mugs a guy running.
Yeah, like you're just that jogger.
So if I would have ran through Skid Row, you don't think anyone would have stopped me or messed with me?
Not if you're running, no.
Really?
No.
Really?
You only mug like people who are like unsuspecting, just like walking.
Oh, and since I'm running, I'd probably be like...
Yeah, you just run
And
away.
plus, while you're running, you have nothing of value on you, so you're not worth much to the mugger.
I don't feel as cool anymore. I felt so cool because of that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, that's where Gotta Get It was inceptualized. I think it was in 2016. and it just became a thing in the vlogs. Just gotta get it.
Do you remember the first time I said that to you?
Oh, you said it to me for the first time?
I said it to you the first time you were on your couch in that remember that expensive apartment you had, the first one? It had like 3, this dude lived by himself with a 3-bedroom apartment. Like
we can have a whole episode on, this is literally to this day the worst financial and decision I made in my entire life.
1600?
It changed the course of my life forever.
Can we tell him how much you paid for it?
Okay, so.
A 1600 for a 3-bedroom? What? 15.
What?
Okay.
Oh, so you're in the right. Okay, so you understand where it is. So, but here's the thing. This was before YouTubers started buying houses, and this is before the thing to do on YouTube was to glamorize your life. This is when I was making buku money and buku bucks and Tyler Perry movie money and YouTube Red shows and all this stuff. The smart thing would have been I could have bought like a $6 million house. Instead, I paid $13,500 a month to live by myself in 1600 Vine and isolate myself in my apartment.
The only neighbor he had was us. We were the only neighbor.
Not true.
Oh, and Logan.
Logan Paul and Jake Paul, before they were YouTubers, lived right next door.
I
the
forgot
door
about
next to
that.
them.
That whole hallway was us.
Rudy Mancuso, same hallway.
Oh, I forgot. Even Wampa moved in that hallway too, right?
Wampa, same hallway.
I will give it to Yusuf. A lot of the stuff he started doing but didn't finish has been popping off today for other people. I'll give you that.
Bro, fun fact, for years, Yusuf, start a podcast, not understanding that in 2016, I started a podcast called Mornings with Fousey before podcasts were a thing on YouTube, but I wasn't good at budgeting money, so I was paying my team too much to run it, and I didn't see the good comeback of it, so I just dropped it. 4 years later, Logan Paul comes out with Impulsive. The next big thing on YouTube becomes podcast. I was ahead of my time, boy. I was the godfather.
You were even before Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, before anything.
Before anything.
But it is what it is, and now we're in my living room with a really ghetto setup doing a podcast.
Well, I feel this is why I was so happy to be a part of this, because I never wanted to start one on my own. It just didn't feel right. Do you want to tell them how this whole idea came about?
This whole idea, before the part actually originated with this guy right here.
Yeah, we were going to do one.
Well,
we tried to pull in
him
Alex.
and Alex were going to do it.
Yeah.
And then he asked me, and then it was supposed to be a brother thing, but Alex, he likes sleeping more than doing anything else.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, what if me and you do it? And then that kind of fell through. And then Ronnie on Matt's birthday,
Halloween,
was like, Aaron, you've been wanting to do a podcast with Yusuf and call it Gotta Get It. And
out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And I'm sitting there and she just says it, and my eyes went, oh my God, that's genius.
The title alone. I thought it was Yusuf because he was like talking to me. He's like, let's do it. And I was like, man, that is a good name. And I was like, how'd you come up with it? And you're like, Ronnie's the one who said it. And I was like, we both looked at Ronnie with amazement. So I guess credit for this podcast. Does she get a percentage of it then, since she came up with it?
Nah.
No.
She has too much of her own stuff going on. Chill out, chill out. But what I do want to say, in the vein of Ronnie, a huge shout out and appreciation from me to Ronnie, because after everything that I've gone through in my career, I've always felt that there's been a stigma against my name and working with me. 1, because my views are lower, the clout isn't there, and 3, just because of, is he still crazy? Just that underlining murmur. But the fact that Ronnie, who he trusts her opinion greatly, said you should do one with him, made me feel validated in a way that I haven't by a creator or somebody else in the industry for so long, that it meant so much more to me than just do a podcast with Aaron. It was like I wanted to cry. Like, you see, like me, you, the Merrill twins, and you're saying me, you trust me to do this with him, meant the world. That's why it was a no-brainer.
How many times has she met you?
We met a lot.
You've met a lot?
Yeah.
She said she actually met you more than before Alex and anyone else.
Yeah, we've met a lot, but it's always just been the YouTube. Oh, hey, hi, how are you? It hasn't really been the like, let's talk, get to know me. Like, to this day, she doesn't. I don't think she like knows the essence of who I am.
Yeah, no, she just knows that you're one of my best friends. That's honestly.
Aww, she told me that during that party.
Yeah, she was like, you, Alex, Ronnie, and Fousey. Me and JP haven't gotten there yet, but we will at some point, I feel like. But we've had moments where we've gotten to where it's nothing but just us.
Yeah.
And I remember one time we were walking down Vine, and I was still new to the vlogging. I was like, hey, can I vlog you? And you pulled my camera, and you were like, hey, you never, ever have to ask me permission to film me. I trust you, and I know you have my best, what did you say, my best intentions or something? Yeah, interests at heart.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying that, and then it was just quiet. It felt like a romantic scene in a movie.
Yeah.
But like,
Aaron always felt like he wasn't. Can I speak freely?
yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Always
we'll
felt like, okay, you guys doing your thing, and this is when I was killing the game, and his brother was killing the game and everything, and kind of felt like he was just in. It was supposed to be behind the scenes, but wasn't allowed to take a lead role when he was always accepted, and like we were just waiting for him to do his shine and take his lead role. But he always was nervous to just take that leap and be like, this is what I'm doing, and confident in it. And the Aaron that you see today was not the Aaron who was back then. Like, he's gone through a tremendous period of growth.
shy. Because I came from the medical field to like this whole world where you can make money just with your personality. And honestly, like Alex made people laugh. But it wasn't until I saw you in the content and you interact with your fans that I realized that you could do more than just make people laugh. You could actually hit them at like a deeper part. Like, you could influence them to make them like change their lifestyle, make them lose weight. So many people were like, yo, I lost so much weight because of you. Oh, I've been working out so much because of you.
Yeah.
And then once I saw that there was like so much possibility to it, that's when I started realizing that I need to figure out my own kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man, we have a lot of history.
A lot of history.
How long have we've known each other for 4 years?
Fun fact, I got closer to Aaron than I even did with Alex when we lived in 1600 Vine. But don't tell Alex that. I don't want him to get jealous.
Yeah, Alex, if you're listening, don't
I
listen
would
to
come
this part.
over to play Rocket League and like video games with Aaron while Alex was busy doing successful YouTuber things.
But we worked out every morning.
Yeah.
Like you got super ripped. Like your muscle memory kicked in so much, and it was a huge motivator because I'd be on the treadmill and I'd look back, and this dude, for some reason, is always with the perfect lighting right above his head. So he's all ripped. He's about to do like this deadlift thing, and I'm like, ugh! And every night I would look at it. I was like, it was just a good motivator to have.
Yeah, it's always good to have a good gym buddy to just push you there. I'm not there right now. Like, I'm in, mind you, we're in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Which we gotta acknowledge. So to anybody who might have gained weight during this pandemic, you don't owe anybody an explanation, and you don't have to be sorry to nobody. And you should love yourself as you are right now, because I'm in not the most ideal body shape right now. I still love me, and I'm happy. So to anybody who's gained weight during this pandemic, you're okay. Don't feel bad about yourself for it.
I mean, we still love you, and even outside of the pandemic, you should still love yourself regardless of how you look.
No, I know, but a lot of people during this pandemic, because everything this is a once, for us, like once in a, this is our like polio. This is our big thing. So a lot of things that are happening, people losing their jobs, people having nothing to do, it's hitting them harder because they feel like it's something they're doing wrong, but they're not alone. Like, this is a worldwide thing, and it's like it's okay to be like, it's okay to gain weight, and it's okay to not know what to do during your days. It's okay right now. It's okay.
100% agree. Okay, so as someone who's not a YouTuber, what are your thoughts on all of this?
On all of what?
All of what?
all of like our backstory and just like the whole YouTube world, because you came on as you're Alex's assistant. But before that, did you have any did you work with the YouTube world at all?
Well, I graduated college in 2017,
Wow.
Was that 3 years ago?
We're old.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2013.
Yeah, so 3 years ago I graduated.
Okay.
I'm from Orange County, so none of this YouTube stuff is really prominent out there. So the only reason I really got into it because I got laid off from my first job out of college, and I worked for Jimmy Wong on
That's how
this
we
show called Feast of Fiction, his cooking YouTube channel.
What did you do?
I was a producer.
Okay.
I was just like planning episodes and stuff, and then this was making like nothing, like bare minimum like living.
Yeah.
And then Alex hires me on and pays me a real wage, and now I waste money on like shoes and stuff.
He wants to buy a Tesla.
What?
To buy a Tesla.
Yo, Alex, hire me. I'll be your second assistant. I'll be your butler.
It's just like going from making like going in the red, and now that I'm making like just like a normal salary, like I don't have much to spend my money on. Like I pay rent, and then what?
And you're almost done with your loan.
Yeah, like my school loans are basically gone thanks to Alex. So like,
can I give you advice as somebody who once had a lot of money and lost it all? Save it and invest it. Real estate if you can, and just invest it. The things that you can acquire, like I want a Rolex today. I want a Tesla today because I can afford it. If I could go back, what I would tell myself, and I'm sure through these episodes we're gonna tell buku, what should I say, boku or buku?
Buku, right? It's buku.
I think it's buku.
Buku. We'll go with buku.
We're gonna tell buku amount of stories. I think it's boku.
Boku sounds like Goku.
I think that's what it is though.
Is it Boku? I don't know. I don't want to be a podcast where we don't pronounce things correctly.
Well, hey, we're not perfect. I'm sure there's somebody at home listening saying, it's buku. No, it's boku. I think it's boku. I think they both work.
Okay, we'll go with buku. I like
Okay, well, I'm sure during these episodes, we're going to tell a boku-ish amount of stories.
Stories, yeah.
But if I were to tell you my stories in the finance world, the one thing I would have done during those times, which I never listened to my father at the time, was save and invest.
Yeah.
I made the same mistake. I think that's just something you like.
We didn't make the same mistakes.
I mean, you went to a whole different level, but I will say,
didn't make the same mistake.
But at 1600 Vine, I was the most views I've ever was making constantly. So I was posting all the time. I was posting every day, and I wasn't spending money because he would the Rolex example. I'm pretty sure that's him.
Oh yeah.
You did that, didn't you? You went out.
Rolex example, the 2 Ferrari example, the Range Rover example, we're not going to talk about that story example, but yeah.
But I mean, for me, it was techie stuff. You see all the cameras and all the gear that I never use. I just kept buying gear and stuff.
That's
that
an investment, though. You were
It
always
is.
hyped to get something new. He would always oh my God, I got a package coming today. It's the newest LXR 1300. It's going to make my videos amazing.
They were so fun. But I mean, when in reality, I have what I need already. So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because you could have somebody tell you something for the longest time and it won't click until you're 30 and you're I should have listened to them.
Which I am now. I'm 30 years old.
I'm 31. I'm older than you.
You know how he said he would buy the newest tech and stuff and everything like that? The funniest thing is what a lot of people don't understand. Well, they do now in the age of TikTok and how easy it is to become famous overnight.
Yeah.
When I got my start, I had no money. I was working at Chili's, and I asked my mom, I said, Mama, can you buy me a laptop and a camera? I want to start YouTube as a hobby. I promise I'll pay you back. And she got me a Canon T3i and a MacBook, and that's all I filmed with. I didn't even have a Rode mic. But the videos I was making at the time, the Middle Eastern family videos, were some of my most successful hits to this day because content is king. It didn't matter what kind of camera I had. It didn't matter what kind of editing software I was using. Now in 2020, there can be a different argument.
Yeah.
But when I started, content was king. So I literally would hand the camera to my engineering buddy at San Jose State University, and I would teach him, this button is to record, and this is how you zoom. And he would film my videos. And they were getting millions of views at the time because it was the content and not the equipment or the stuff that people think that they need to worry about to get a start in this industry.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, like, your phone is amazing. No offense to the T3i, but the new iPhone,
Oh yeah, it's like red quality.
it's insane.
No disrespect to any camera guys out there who
Yeah.
love red. I'm just saying I heard that the new iPhone 12 was like red quality.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on your guys' side about cameras. Like, I'll always love a new camera, but if you need to just shoot a YouTube video, you can do whatever. But I do have one quick question, and we don't need to talk about this too much, is why did you stop doing sketch?
Why did I stop doing sketches? So, at the time, I was capitalizing off of my success in the Middle Eastern community. In 2011 through 13, I was already touring the world, and a lot of people didn't even know who I was yet in the American culture or on YouTube. I didn't even have 100,000 subscribers, but I had my niche and my audience. And I was doing a series called Middle Eastern Family, and I did 4 episodes. And the climax was me getting married in an arranged marriage. A lot of people started duplicating the Middle Eastern videos, and the hype around my videos became so strong that I never made a 5th one because I wanted to stop while everyone loved it and wanted more before it got to a point of them saying, this is old, I'm tired of it. So when I moved to LA, the true answer as to why I stopped, I learned how easy it was to do pranks and fake pranks, if you want me to be brutally honest. And the return of going out of my house for 1 hour and filming a prank, coming home, editing it, getting 1 million views overnight was so much easier than putting all my time into comedy and sketches that I was like, what am I wasting my time for doing sketches? And I took the prank world by storm. We're in the industry, so we know about the behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And we understand the entertainment industry and what reality TV is and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But at the time, faking pranks was like the worst thing you can possibly do. What they didn't know was that 90% of the pranks they were watching were fake. But I was just the person who finally came out and said, you know what? Yes, mine are fake. Thinking that it would get everyone to be like, yeah, he's right, da-da-da. But all everyone else did was, nah, ours are real, his are fake. But this could be, I'm not going to allow, I've grown a lot. I'm not going to allow my negativity or drama side come back. But if you want me to expose what's real and fake on YouTube in 2020, it goes deep, man. And if you think fake pranks are the worst thing a person can do, like I can tell you somebody who's faked a pregnancy and faked a marriage and faked this and faked that. It goes deep.
Yeah, I've heard of people faking relationships and stuff for YouTube.
There's a lot, but we're in the industry, so we know it. But to the eye and the casual viewer, they don't know it. So what I did at the time was the most taboo thing you could do, and I was like the sacrificial lamb that got slaughtered for it.
Okay, let's switch off of that.
Thank you. I had to get that off my chest, man. We gotta get it.
Because I've never asked you that, and I've always wondered, because I was like, you're a funny dude. Like, even at the beginning of this, you gave me tips on how to make this scripted stuff work. Because that's my goal, is to do TV, movie, scripted content stuff. Not quality. Maybe quality someday, but, like, just the funny. Like, Key and Peele, like, they're gods to me. I've watched their stuff continuously. All that. Chappelle Show, we've been watching that. Like, I just want to be able to create that content on YouTube. But that's my end goal. But I feel like you're a good stepping stone to helping me get there.
You can get there. I mean, you say quality and then you took it back, but why take it back? Yes, you are going to get there, and that is where you're headed towards.
Yeah. I definitely agree content is where, like, you can shoot, like, the quality can be but the content, like, the funny, like, the humor of it, the heart of it is what really
I feel like, and we can get deep, I feel like you're still holding yourself back from your full potential.
In what sense?
I don't feel like you give yourself enough credit.
I'm caught off guard. What?
Like, you were talking about how you want to start doing stuff of quality, but then you retracted that statement right away because you were like, oh, maybe I'll never get to make quality stuff, but like as if you're not able. But you're fully you're capable, and you are able, and you are doing what you need to do today to get to there tomorrow. This is more of a friend talk, and I've always wanted to talk to you, but I just feel like you need to give yourself more credit than you give yourself.
Okay, let's switch topics again.
Aaron's gonna cry.
Yo, this is what I'm gonna add on this show. Okay, I'm the spice to everything nice.
Well, like getting back to the whole like Tesla thing, like I'm not getting it just because I can, which I am a little bit, but it's more like my dad needs a car. He doesn't have a car right now, so I'm like, I'm gonna give him my car. Mm-hmm. But from there, it's like, what am I gonna get myself? Like, and what is like the future? Is a Tesla. Like, what else? Like when you think of the future and you think of a car, it's a Tesla.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna spend $100,000 on the next Tesla. I'm looking at used right now, so it's like, I guess just why not? You know, sometimes like I'm more about living somewhat now rather than like piling up my money and living when I'm 70.
Yeah.
Like it sounds weird. Like everybody wants a secure future when they're old, but also you can't enjoy things the same when you're old. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because me and Yusuf went through that stage in life. Like it's just like,
Yeah.
like when we were 25, 26, like that's why we spent, like we were like, yo, let's live life to the fullest right now.
Yeah, living in now.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just when you get to like 29, 30, 31.
So there's a couple of points to it. One, I'm not trying to say don't get a Tesla.
Yeah.
By no means am I saying don't get a Tesla. I'm talking from a perspective of like owning 2 Ferraris and a Range Rover SVR, and now I drive a Toyota CHR.
Yeah.
And I've recognized through going through the best of the best to now, I'm not going to say worst of the worst because there's nothing wrong with Toyotas, is it does the job and gets me to A to B. And I wish I had known that at the time before I made that decision when I had the money.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'm going to say is when I was hot on YouTube, I had this idea in my mind that it was forever.
Yeah.
And that it was never ending. And no matter what anybody told me, I was like, y'all are tripping. I'm going to be doing this till I'm 90. Like, I'm going to be killing it. Nothing's changing. Not understanding that things can change overnight.
Yeah.
So sometimes a decision you make in the now that you feel like isn't going to affect your life tomorrow can, because an unforeseen change can happen literally overnight that, oh my God, like let's say something happens with Alex and he doesn't need you as an assistant no more, knock on wood, but then you're stuck with, oh shoot, I just made all these purchases and my salary is now gone. What am I gonna do now? No,
balance.
I'm not, it's just that there's a balance to it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say don't get a Tesla,
Yeah.
but it's just, you know, there's things to think about.
Yeah.
I think more so it's, if you get to, don't let it escalate to a point where you're like continuously like, I see where getting a Tesla would be a smart choice.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it is efficient. And like Jake has a Tesla, and as far as gas and electricity and the fact that we have a port here at the house, like it does work out a little bit.
Which Jake?
Jake Thomas.
Lizzie McGuire's brother?
He's no more than Lizzie McGuire's, but he played Matt on Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he has a Tesla, and he was like a big salesman for
He
Tesla.
sold me hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I was doing Twitch streams, right? And I wanted to do something fun for the Twitch streams. And I was infatuated with Teslas. So I rented the Tesla Model X on, what's that app you can rent? Toro. I literally get it fully charged. We drive not even half of a day. Not even half of a day. And by the end of the night, and I'm not saying I was doing anything crazy, I didn't launch it, I didn't do anything, the battery was almost dead. So in my head, I was like, you're telling me I have to go to a supercharge station now and recharge it? But I get it, you have one at your house. But that's what turned me off to Teslas, because the battery died quick.
Yeah. But I mean,
With the Model X at least.
we have 2 charging
I
stations.
sound like such a negative Nancy turning everything down. You know what? You get a Tesla. You get a Tesla. We all get a Tesla. Everyone go out and buy a Tesla.
Yeah.
But I think that's why this is going to work, this podcast. Is because we all, like, we're not afraid to speak our mind, even if it's toward the negative side or if it's toward the positive side. Like, it's better than all of us being like, yeah.
I don't want anything I'm saying, though, to be taken as negative. Because I'm not trying to do that by any means.
It's your opinion.
say
Yeah, it's
more
your view.
realistic.
Yeah, I've worked the negativity out of my life, and I have a optimism to my life now. But I'm just, what I can share with you, like, even if it's wrong or different than what somebody else has told you, I'm not scared to share it and give my insight on it. That's all.
Guys,
What
I'm
car
really...
do you drive?
I'm an Audi. I love my
yeah.
Audi.
Oh,
But you know, you said Toyota. You know that my dream next car is a Toyota Tacoma pickup truck.
Really?
My grandpa had this silver one with an extended hatchback. And after he died, my grandma had to sell it because she needed to give my niece a car. And I was like, at some point in my life, after I get a house, which by this time next year, I'm going to have a house. It's going to happen. And why knock on wood? Is that bad?
No, we're just praying that everything in your life stays as it's going and nothing comes in to change it.
Sure. Okay, thank you. But I'm going to get that pickup truck, and it's going to be...
Like that model? Like that
Yeah,
old
that
year?
exact year.
That's cool.
Like, yeah, I'm not going to get the newer one. I'm going to get that exact year. But Toyotas are great.
Yeah.
Like, they
I
last
drive one
forever.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
my CHR.
Toyota.
Yeah, I have a RAV4 right now.
I love those cars. But I drive my Audi. I just need height.
The only thing I had to get past with driving my CHR was leveling my ego. Because my ego was the only thing that told me it wasn't okay to be seen driving a Toyota, considering I was once driving a Ferrari. But once I got past that, I was like, I'm chilling. Like, I barely have to fill up gas. It gets me from point A to B. I've already put 18,000 miles on it. I'm chilling.
Isn't it crazy how ego can help you, but also just diminish you or like hurt you so much? Like, it can put, like, for our workouts, it pushed me so hard to get in shape and get ripped. Like, because I was really ripped. I had a six-pack. I don't have a six-pack now, but I had a six-pack. I was super proud of it.
Six-pack.
It was nice. But at the same time, it can, like, just bring you down. Like, it could just stop you from making smart choices.
We should have an episode talking about ego because there's a lot that I could say right now, but I don't want to deter the direction of this episode any more than
There
I
is no
already
direction
have.
of this
What is
episode.
it? Yeah, what
though.
is the
There is no
direction of this?
direction.
This is just for us.
Just getting
talking.
to know each other. Well, I do know you guys. This is just getting to know them and just getting them used to hearing our annoying voices.
I think
Whether you're listening on audio only or whether you're watching the visuals right now, this is just getting to know our voices.
So we can't hear, but how do we sound? All right, let me hear your voice.
Hey, welcome to Late Night with Fousey. I'm your host, Fousey. Tonight we're going to be discussing Aaron Burris and reading fan fictions.
Okay, on to JP. Let's hear your voice.
I don't have a sexy voice like that, but can you hear this? Hello.
Yeah. No, I think we all
better?
have different enough voices, but there's like we're not high pitching or like messing it here. You want to hear
High pitch is like when we get Alex on the show.
Yeah, if Alex
Alex
is
has
too
got that
excited.
cartoon voice.
All right, go.
What's up?
Ooh.
Yeah, boy.
Does
Say
this
that.
sound nice?
Ooh,
ASMR.
daddy.
We out here on the
Daddy.
podcast, episode number
ASMR,
1.
that's still like, I was on Twitch for a minute,
Yeah.
and ASMR still blows my
Yeah.
mind.
I feel like it's just like a little kink that
I
people
love
like.
it. I love the feeling.
There you go.
Especially going to bed. But it's something that's always been around, but like it was never ASMR until someone said, hey, this is this. Or maybe it was it, but I just never like...
I think I'm turned off by ASMR because of what I've seen on Twitch. And
The
a
dark
lot
side of
of it, and at least what I've seen, and this is not dissing anybody who does it or anything like that, but a lot of it was very, very sexualized.
Yeah.
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 I was scared to say that, but a lot of it was sexualized. And
Like forced.
not forced, but just like you knew the intention behind why it was rubbed that way and
Yeah, absolutely.
why the person was doing it that way and what the viewer was getting from it. Like, I wouldn't want my child watching that. They're not allowed to watch that when I have kids.
Okay, quick question. Before ASMR was a thing, what was your favorite noise to hear? Like for mine was when you were getting like a fade and you just hear the razor next to you or a zipper. Those are my favorite.
Oh, like a
sounds
real
ever
life
hear.
sound?
Yeah, like a real life
Oh.
sound. Like, did you guys ever have a sound where you're like, oh, or like a bag of Cheetos opening up?
No.
Really?
I've never even gotten into ASMR. Like, I'd rather listen to meditation music.
But like even before there was never like a sound that it was just like your favorite sound to hear? Or is that just me?
Oh, I like the sound that my phone makes when you Venmo me. Look, do it real quick. Look. You want to hear it on the podcast? Yeah.
Tell me we want to hear it.
You know
Okay,
what
how
sound
about
I'm
this-
talking about.
How about the opposite? Like, you know how some people are like, oh, I hate that noise, or oh, I hate that sound. Mm-hmm. You guys have something like that, right?
Yeah. Scratching chalk.
That's a good one.
That's one of my number ones.
Oh,
I still can't take it to this day.
Oh, just even thinking
Oh,
about
just like
it.
scratching a surface or something like that?
That doesn't sound too bad. It's just those high, creaky noises. We've touched a lot of topics that we could just do a whole hour on by itself.
So let me just ask you guys this. I know we just set up the camera and we started to talk. What do you guys expect to come out of this, and what do you guys see this as? Is this something you could see yourself doing?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, tonight it went smooth, like better than I expected. Like there were no awkward moments, which I don't expect it to, because like I feel like our dynamic is.
I could see us. I hope we have some awkward moments. I hope we get to a conversation where things do get a little awkward.
No, not that like conversation like dips or anything. It hasn't dipped. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Like if the conversation gets awkward, let it get
But
awkward.
what do you want to come out of this? Like, you working with Alex.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and now you're not like, you haven't done YouTube or anything like on your own. So this is this, I'm assuming, your first thing that you're like taking
on camera,
taking a part of, being a persona on.
Yeah, I mean, I've never like wanted to pursue YouTube or like be in front of the camera. Like I've always done production behind the scenes. So like I don't mind. Like this is not like my, like I'm not doing this to get big or anything. I'm just doing this to kind of enjoy the moment and like just see where it goes. Yeah.
Do you have any expectations or any hopes?
I guess, I mean, hopefully this gets picked up, obviously, but like I honestly don't have like any huge aspirations for this, just because I haven't been there and I don't know where it can go.
Okay. Aaron?
I feel like even if we didn't have this cart, mics, and camera all set up, and we were just hanging out, chilling, that this would be something that we were doing already. And I know it might sound selfish, but this is the main goal behind me doing YouTube, behind me posting, behind me putting this content out, is because I know whenever I do have kids, because I am planning on having kids, this is a way better way for them to see me the way I was, hear me the way I was, learn from me when I'm this age. Like, because like you said, you can listen to your dad all day tell you, hey, save your money, save your money, save your money. But they're not going to believe you, because they're going to be like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
But if they see you when they're your age, 26, 31, 30, or even younger when we started YouTube, that's kind of hard for them to be like, oh, you were just like me, or oh, we're going through the same thing. And I'd rather show them this instead of me trying to tell them the story.
Yeah.
If that works. Yeah. So, I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is for my kids. Hello, kids, if you're listening to this, like 10 years from now.
Who's the mom?
You are.
On the spot. So if I've talked too much, first off, I want to say I'm sorry. We haven't worked out like the
I don't think you've been talking
dynamics
too much.
of who talks as much stuff, but I do want to give a kind of lengthy response to this, to what both of you said. First of all, to you. So the reason I quit Twitch is because on Twitch, being live and people watching you and needing an instant reaction and gratification and entertainment, I would have to be somebody I wasn't. And I also turned to drinking a lot of the streams and also smoking a lot of the streams. And every stream that I did, I would do something that I regret or say something that I regret, and it would get posted on YouTube, and it would have a longer lasting impact than I would have wanted it to, thinking it would just be gone. And that wasn't me, and I was portraying myself in a negative light. So I totally understand what you're saying, and I love the idea of this, because it gets me to show myself and explain myself in a brand new light and show who I really am and share my opinions, whether people agree with them or not, and be who I am. So I love that, and I love that for this. Now to you said if this gets picked up, and I think I said that also this stream. At the end of the day, if this gets picked up is dependent on if the people are listening are enjoying what they're listening to and want to be supportive of it. They're the judge of it at the end of the day. And whether there are 5 people listening, 100 people listening, 1,000 people listening, 1,000,000 people are listening, if we reach somebody's heart and mind with whatever we choose to discuss on the show, there it is. Like, we've done our job and we've done what's important for us to do. And lastly, I want to say, I came in here with no expectations. I actually went through something really hard today, and yesterday and the last 2 weeks. So I didn't know what my energy was going to be like. But I want to say, I love this.
Yeah,
This blew my mind. And my expectations are now through the roof, and I see this as a thing that I want to continue on and do. Like, I want to put my fist in right now with you guys and be like, this is a thing I want to do.
social distance fisting. Wait,
Yeah.
is that a bad
Pause.
term?
Oh, you have to social distance with the fisting?
No, I don't. I was joking. I was
Okay, I
ready.
Put your fist.
Put your fist in.
Okay. You want to end it on
Shape
that
of-
note and just say, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it.
Should we start each one on gotta get it too? Should we start and end with gotta get it?
We gotta start it with gotta get it for sure. But this one, I say, if you guys want to do this, we put our fists in and give them a gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, and then see where this goes.
All right, you gotta walk me through it first.
Okay.
Wait, did we tell him? We still got to tell him. Did I tell him about the first time where you asked me if you can? We'll do that later. Sorry. That's another story.
Wait, what?
You don't remember that, do you?
We talked about it in the beginning of this podcast.
No, but do you remember that moment when I had to get you up and I just kept repeating it to annoy you? I didn't do it because it was catchy. I said, come on, we got to get it. Gotta get it. And remember me screaming it to where Muffin and Dollar were both freaking out? You remember that? Dollar was literally pulling at my jeans. And then after that, you stopped filming. And then you were like, yo, can I use that? I was like, yeah, let's just go to the gym.
Yeah.
You don't remember that? You don't remember that? That was a meaningful thing for me. Okay, let's end it with gotta get it.
Okay, well, teach him how to say it.
All right, how many times and like?
Is there really?
It's how you feel.
It's how you feel.
However many times it takes you to say it to get it out. Like you feel it. Like you say it enough to where you
I
just
think
get
it's on the
all that
fifth.
energy out and you know you're ready. It's like a
But
charge
on the
up.
last one, you just let it out.
Yeah. But which one's the last one? I
No,
don't
you
wanna,
just feel
go
it.
too long.
Let's try it. Fists in.
Can we touch?
I can't. You be the touching.
Conductor.
Yeah.
There you go.
One,
Ready?
2, 3.
Gotta
Gotta
get it.
See, you just it's a good like it's just get it
Was
all
that
out
on the
there.
fifth one?
I was on the
keep
fourth
it.
one, I think.
Fourth?
That
We
was on the
switch it up
fourth
every
one.
time. Sometimes we're short. Sometimes we go on for like hours and
Oh,
just keep
well.
saying gotta get it.
All right, whatever works.
Well,
Just feel it.
guys, I guess it's time to get it.
Let's go.